Notre Dame, in many ways, had things in common with Disney in terms of what I kind of call the Notre Dame magic or the leprechaun magic. It's a very special place. I grew up with being a huge fan and just a huge fan of sports in general. I mean, sports has brought me just a ton of joy. It's just been an awesome part of my life. I've never been anywhere near being a decent athlete, but that hasn't diminished my love and respect for sports. So my role at Notre Dame, it's very interesting to me in that I am the first person in this role. And I just hit 6 years this past April 3rd. So kind of a fun story. I was working at Disney in the special events department, and Notre Dame was just getting ready to open their premium hospitality area for the fall football season of 2017. So all of the space was completely brand new. They had never had any kind of club hospitality at all. It was just the regular bowl seating and a small press box. They were looking for somebody who had a Disney hospitality background. And they called Disney World and they called out to Disneyland. And there happened to be a person in HR there who knew I was a diehard Notre Dame fan. And she sent me over the job description and said, I just found you your dream job, but you'd have to move to South Bend. And I always try to stay open-minded in life. So I read the job description, decided I'd throw my name in the hat. Hadn't done a resume in many, many years because I was at Disney for 17. And the next thing I knew, I was interviewing in February in the winter and then took the job and started April 3rd. I didn't go to school here. I have a sister who went here. And so, Notre Dame's always been tangentially part of my life. But what makes us special is that we're a small community that's just got this crazy tradition and history. And we're also proud of it. So it's so fun to share it with people. Working at Disney and trying to bring in what Notre Dame specifically was looking for was a bit of a challenge. Disney is grounded in such awesome principles of hospitality. After safety being their number one priority, everything focuses on that guest experience so that no guest is ever disappointed, the element of Disney magic and whatnot. I did a little experiment this year where I brought in some student violin players, and they wore Notre Dame jerseys. And they had a little mix of, the Notre Dame fight song, the alma mater, a couple other upbeat football songs. And they kind of roamed the floors. And we opened 2 hours prior to kickoff. And some people really loved the fact that they were students and engaged in conversation with them and thought it was a nice touch. I think because of my Disney background and maybe just being a little bit old school, I also give out my cell phone to everyone in the season ticket holders gets a newsletter from me during the week that will tell them what the menu is at the game coming up, who we're playing, if we're going to have a flyover, any of those things, just to kind of inform them as to what's happening. And I end every tagline with, if you have any issues during the game, here's my cell phone, call or text. It's really fun, actually. It's been a great way for me to get to know people. So, sometimes the request is something that's really reasonable. I can get a call, anything from, hey, Karen, I'm not at the game this week, but I transferred some tickets to a friend of mine and they're having trouble downloading the tickets. And sorry, we waited till the last minute. Can you help me out? Sure, meet me at door 14. I'll leave their name there and we'll take care of it. Any game I go into thinking, okay, this game's going to be a piece of cake, there's just something that happens that you can't anticipate. And that's where I say that as professionals, I'm so glad for a society like ALSD, because it emphasizes that this is a profession and there is so much that goes into it. And when everything's going great, people don't realize. They think it's just easy and seamless. It's when things go wrong that we've got to think fast on our feet, protect our guest interests, use our best judgment, keeping safety in mind at all times. I had one season that was kind of fun. I decided we had ice cream, and people in the Midwest love ice cream, and we got to our November games, and I decided to discontinue iced tea and ice cream because I'm a native of Southern California, and I thought, gosh, who wants to have those two things when it's freezing cold out? And oh my gosh, my phone blew up. It was like, what happened to the ice cream? And I had one woman that was really upset that she loves iced tea and we didn't have iced tea. So I was able to get a hold of our catering department and they, hand delivered iced tea to her seat. I think that that's something that's really important, is to always be prepared for that unexpected, whether it's something little or something big. I'm so fortunate. I've had such a great career. Disney laid such a great foundation for me to have this job. The Notre Dame community, we're on a college campus where we literally have everything available to us. They make it easy for us to exercise because we've got just a great recreation program and yoga classes. We have a wellness center on campus for our mental and physical health, a post office. It's literally this little microcosm of everything you need, and then you just have to learn to deal with the snow. So much of the news currently is always negative, and I think that the beauty of the Disneys and the college football is it gives people that escape, and I love it.